Barcelona can dream again. The stands here definitely a place for the hopeful, and no doubt that hope is replicated at just about every major ground in the land. It is time for us all to come together and to believe. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Can he finish? There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Ansu Fati swings in across, and he's there to clear it. He's got to be in here. He's onside, and that has been cleared. Rafael Leao. Ooh, perfectly measured that. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Venezuela clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Bellingham. Now it's Rafael Leao. He's picked his way through.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Ended up in the... He's had a shot!
Ansu Fati!
The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, no joy this time. Casemiro. Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Well, that looks a decent ball. Palmer. Shot, it's Kane! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Ansu Fati. Big chance! Oh, that was venomous.
Ay, Dios mío.
Oh, he's found support out wide. He has found the way through. Stood up well to him there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Pinches it off him. Messi.
Barcelona are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. In for a header! Rafael Leao finds himself
Posición
offside.
adelantada.
Alexander-Arnold engages and forces him off the ball. Marquinhos. Vitinha. Palmer.
There they go, hunting again.
Hernandez. Has a look and has a go.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Well-timed, excellent interception.
Barcelona really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Messi, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Vitinha. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Messi. That has been cut short. Rafael Leao! They want to be quick to recover this. And he has kept it out somehow.
Rafael Leao is offering a wry smile there.
And now they can spring out of defence. He's found a way through. Alaba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Ansu Fati hits one! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
This possibly the last play of the half. Keeper's ball. And it's Kane. And we hit half-time. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Barcelona clearly are benefiting from their homework. They've dealt with anything that's been thrown at them and have been smart on the break.
Barcelona head in, having made the crucial breakthrough. And to that end, there is a degree of satisfaction there. The lead by no means decisive yet, but so far so good. 1-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up.
It's Kane! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Kane really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 3 coming up. And now a sudden chance to counter. And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Pedri, and he's managed to get free. Pass is just off target. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now it's Rafael Leao. It's a sweet ball, that. Yamal unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Played back in.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Kane played with finesse. Palmer is wide and looking to get onto this. Messi herring after the ball here. Casemiro cuts it out. Now it's Ansu Fati. Pedri. Pedri! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Lewandowski, nice interception, well timed. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution. What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Bellingham, can he get away here?
Venezuela showing a little more urgency.
Oh, shooting chance! And a terrific save
¿Cómo es
from the keeper.
posible?
Kane actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And the finish! So the play, and it is a goal kick. Pedri. Caicedo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Lewandowski, over to the left. Ansu Fati, he's got away. Oh, that's neat. Oh, smashing header! Hit with his head, but couldn't steer it in. And he welcomes it in. Alaba calmly anticipates. Pedri. Yamal looking to get on the end of this. Goes in for the header! He's scored!
Vamos.
Two to the good! They have breathing space!
Barcelona clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And he was quick to react. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And that could set him on his way. It's a clear foul, and the referee's got a decision to make. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick.
Ooh.
Jimenez has been sent off. It was deemed a professional foul. And he's following up! And he hits the net! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! Messi at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And it's Lewandowski. I think that's offside. Yes,
Respiré
it is.
demasiado para dar el pase.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Número 20, número 22, Número 13, Messi. Entra
And he's let fly.
número 18.
And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Número 5.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Casemiro is there, and he can pick it up. That's been cut out, well played. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
Yeah.
Mbappe in acres of space out wide. Great chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, it's beyond... And the shot! And reclaimed it in a trice.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And he's been shifted off it. Vitinha. Pedri. And he's in on pass a goal!
¿Qué?
Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Barcelona have their third corner. Into a minimum. So that's it. It is all over. Barcelona proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could.
Debe ser una broma. Ahora este central también está lesionado. Ay, Dios santo. Sería un excelente. Oh. Hola Hernández. Yo no estaba viendo el chat. Mm. Barcelona, hola Hernández. No estaba viendo el chat porque lo tenía como apagado y no lo sabía. Rayleigh, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo va tu día?
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal,
Qué
and it
bueno,
has
mano, me alegro.
aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we
Go.
are glad to have you alongside us for it. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus
Eso,
in
Fati.
unison. And as you can see, we've already started here. Lewandowski. That is a great ball. Great hit! What a wonderful goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his
Lamine
instinct for doing this is
Yamal.
incredible.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Played back in. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh, nicely intercepted. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Oh, that's a key interception. Messi. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Van Dijk. Pedri. He's through here. Oh, what sort of goal! It's a goal! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Peter, that was just a defensive act of generosity that was always going to have a painful ending.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you. Great chance! And more and more and more! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now that's well seen too.
That's going in strongly.
Succumbs to the pressure. Barcelona have hit a quick-fire double here. Lewandowski, well read, and the danger is averted. Messi. Mbappe. For Palmer. No, he's not getting past him there. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Adams. And the counter is on. Now it's Mbappe. Stood up well to him there. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Palmer. And it's Messi. Messi. For Palmer. And here's Mbappe. No joy this time.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And the pass is intercepted. Messi. Pedri. And here's Messi. Now it's Foden. And he's only too happy to take that back. Oh, that's fabulous. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Too much on it,
Que
and
te
that's the
jugué.
keepers.
¿Te acuerdas que te jugué y te marqué de tiro libre? Ah, sí, sí.
We've got 5 minutes till half-time.
Sí, sí, me acuerdo.
Saka. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Mbappe. Foden. And Hernandez. Foden. Yamal. He is through here.
Look, it's a run defences dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Okay.
Distributed tidily. Looking for the run.
Hola, bro.
First half is
Hola,
done.
Ledesma.
So you hear the chants
¿Cómo
of
estás,
easy,
bro?
easy, and those are entirely justified. 3-0 after 45 minutes, and it is hard to believe that there won't be more after the break.
Peter, do I really need to say anything, or
Y
can I simply
Valentina,
refer
sí
you
me
to the
acuerdo,
scoreline?
bro.
Barcelona have established themselves in a position of absolute supremacy. An action-packed 45 minutes, and
So,
they have raced into a
crack, eso
three-goal
es un
lead.
bonito. Thank you, bro. Gracias, mano. Vamos a ver.
Here we go again then. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now it's Lewandowski. Pedri. Oh, played right into his path. Adams wins the duel this time. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Hernandez. Oh, super! And the finish!
Oh, me hizo un gol. Me marcó,
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So is this the start of a comeback? He's got away. Hernandez. Vitinha. Hernandez. Saka. Saka goes on a run down the left wing. And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly
Falta sobre
tested.
mí, Pedri, el mago Pedri. El mejor futbolista del mundo, El mejor.
It looked as though
No
that
se
might
puede.
lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Adams
Yeah,
cuts it out. Vitinha. Hernandez. Here's Vitinha. Milan finding their passes. Almost an hour gone. Looking for the runner. Ruben Dias kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Milan can breathe again, just.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Taken back almost.
Mira que me ha sacado, chicos. Mira que me ha sacado.
Lamine Yamal actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Sí.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He gets big. They've scored.
¿Quién lo hizo?
And the lead is
Ansu?
extended still further. Great corner, and he did the rest.
Ansu
So well played,
Fati.
Peter. Did a great job
¿Quién
keeping
lo
sight of
diría?
the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So now the difference is 3. Vitinha. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Messi. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Can he finish? Oh, didn't catch it right.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Now it's Ansu Fati.
Ay.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Can he get it through? Mbappe! And he's managed to get free. Now it's Mbappe. Just about up to 75 minutes.
This is the time you need that pace.
Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Haaland. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Header! He's kept it out just.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
Barcelona
19.
choosing
El
to
dorsal
make the first
22.
change.
El dorsal 2. El dorsal
They've played it
23.
short.
El dorsal 11. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 14. El dorsal 16.
And now they can spring
el
out a
dorsal
defence.
25. El dorsal 9.
And
El
here's
dorsal
Haaland.
8.
And he's had it nicked away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. And Messi! No, not quite.
Ay, casi.
Caicedo. Olise might just make this. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Hops for safety. Alexander-Arnold. He's going to be disappointed with that. Mbappe. He can run onto that. Now there's a fine ball. Vitinha. Ruben Neves. Olise. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Saka. Header! Just needed better contact. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Caicedo. Pedri takes control of it and he's on the move. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing.
Habrá
Well, he was
3
clearly
minutos de
disappointed with
descuento.
that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Oh, super find. Akanji deals with that comfortably. Ruben Neves promptly onto that, and that is that. So that's it. It is all over. Barcelona looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch.
Dos victorias. 2 de 12. Dos victorias. El mismo equipo, que con algo da el resultado, no hay que ser como Luis de la Fuente. Al fin aparece el cabrón. Vamos, 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 vamos. Vámonos. Ok.
Barcelona get the opportunity to take a major step towards greatness. A chance to settle the tough issue of promotion and then to look to the future. The man in the dugout has come out and thrown caution to the wind, but he himself will be looking for the perfect outcome here. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that yet again this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Barcelona cannot consider the option of defeat. Pedri! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's Ribery. Hernandez cuts it out. Caicedo has been caught there, it's a foul. That is a great pick out. Just the goalkeeper to beat. There's the shot! He's delivered all right!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gets his pass away. He's shifting through the gears here. Ribery. Now it's Ansu Fati. Shot could be on. Lewandowski unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Not the most accurate pass. And that could set him on his way. Oh, right place, right time. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And they're back on the ball again.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on.
And Ribery! Oh, and they really should have
Hola,
been made to
Damian.
pay.
Well, the work rate to win the ball back was fantastic, and it set up the opportunity. That's great effort.
Alexander-Arnold drives forward on the overlap. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And it's made sure that's not getting through. And here's Lewandowski. Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Cristiano Ronaldo. No, he's not getting his way this time. Oh, this looks sharp. Shifted upfield. Oh, super find. Van Dijk. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. That is a great ball. Decent hit! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Lewandowski is offering a wry smile there.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. And now they can spring out of defense.
Ay, Dios.
And
Era
whistle's
disparar,
gone,
no dar
presumably
pase.
for offside.
La mincha más esa persona.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Always onto this. Ansu Fati. Oh, beautifully shaped ball.
Foden. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And they win it back again. Well, we expected better, and so did he. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's picked out the run. Shot a goal!
Demasiado cruzado.
And that is wildly off target.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Now it's Ribery. Now that's well seen too. And he's managed to get free. Mbappe!
Barcelona certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Messi goes down, but nothing given. Ruben Dias calmly anticipates. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Ribery. And here's Messi.
¿Qué?
He's going to be
¿Otra
pulled back
vez?
for that one.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he? Well, the goalkeeper needs to have everything to his liking, and he's barking out the orders now.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Messi!
¿Qué?
Oh, how good is he? He's got himself
Ay,
an
Dios mío.
absolute peach.
No saltamos.
Two up and threatening to pull clear. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Ruben Dias.
Ansu Fati really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Lewandowski. Ribery. And it's Van Dijk. Oh no, what has happened here? He's found a way through. Great hit! Yes, it's in! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal. Terrible error, duly punished. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it has been a very watchable football match that has already provided 3 goals, both teams contributing plenty to it. And in terms of scoreline, it is close to being perfectly balanced. The game living up to billing and plenty of thrills to keep the crowd warm. We'll be resuming in a quarter of an hour from now with the scoreline 2-1. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's still anyone's game, as both sides have shown they have goals in them. As for the next one, should it arrive, that may have a bigger bearing as to who emerges victorious.
The second half gets underway.
El dorsal 18.
Well, I
Se
think
va a
starting
realizar un
this
cambio
half
de
in a
jugadores.
strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Messi. He could be in here. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Barcelona come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Oh, it's come loose. Van Dijk. Mbappe proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And the shot! Oh, what a mistake! And again!
Ay, casi, 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 casi.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
Barcelona
11.
are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Looking for options for movement. Now it's Ribery. Now it's Saka.
Manchester United making a fresh attempt to release someone in behind from back to front, and this is something
La
different.
asistencia a este partido asciende a 96.628
Mbappe.
espectadores.
Mbappe! Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. He's picked his way through. And the finish! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And that's a great chance! Now, who's going to be first to... And again!
Eso es F5, no, eso es fútbol.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to
Pero es
be
mucho
honest.
más realista que F5, en verdad.
Cambio de jugadores.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Up for a header! That's a half-decent try. Messi. He can run onto that. Now the finish! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
¿Qué?
Caicedo is there, and he can pick it up. Oh, and he's through the middle. Real chance here. Hernandez did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Messi. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Nicely intercepted. He's through here. Vinicius Junior. Offside that time.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Half an hour gone in the second half. Now there's a fine ball. Can he put it away?
Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be...
Ribery! It's loose now, and it's come back out to him.
Ay,
Oh,
Dios.
not the best of headers.
Es posible eso.
Mbappe chance! And that would have been game, set and match.
Mbappe has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Corner number
Yo
3
que
coming
necesito
up.
empatar, ¿eh?
Messi with the short one. And it's Messi. Whistle's gone, that's
Okay.
a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
He's a lucky boy. I've seen cards issued for less. Here's hoping he stays out of further trouble.
So, what can they come up with here? So, who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. They want to be quick to recover this. Barcelona trailing, but still very much in the hunt for their promotion dream.
It's great to see that there's still plenty of fighting spirit in them, but you might need a bit more than that just now.
That has been slung wide. Oh, perfectly measured that.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, that's well spotted. Hernandez. Vinicius Junior. Forwards and with intent. Into stoppage time. Very little left on it. Hits one! Ribery. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Vitinha. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And that will be the final act. One of those games that Many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Barcelona lost their way after falling behind early. Their concentration was weakened and their character, and that's cause for address.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. And already we're underway here. Oh, good ball. Thunderbolts! Oh, split-second reaction.
It's
Ay.
quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Madrid with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And a header! Decent enough try.
I don't need to tell you he got underneath it, and there's only
Es
one
una
place it
broma.
can go.
Hasta el portero me quiere marcar en ese partido.
Pedri gathers from the goal kick. That's been cut out, well played. Oh, that's well spotted. Alexander-Arnold is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a
Hey.
simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Up he goes! And he's done it!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Rodrigo at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Vinicius Junior. He has found a way through.
Oh, great feat, that.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Probably be looking to play it square from here. Had a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Madrid have their second corner now. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. That pass isn't the best. Vinicius Junior. He is through here.
That was lovely, that.
Whistle's gone, that's foul.
¿Otra
Well,
vez?
not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
He's having a good look here.
Yeah, an early test for the keeper, and this is the last person you want to see standing behind the ball if you're...
Thunderbolts! Now, who's going to be first to this? Rodrigo. Lewandowski. Now it's Ansu Fati. And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, that's a fine interception. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Well read, nice interception.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Pedri. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. And the finish!
Ay.
That's gone behind for a goal kick. Has a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And now they can spring out of defence. Hernandez. Vinicius Junior. He's found a way through. It's run loose here. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Hernandez. Yamal does well to get it back. Hernandez has got himself a free kick. Alexander-Arnold. Big header! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Madrid have their third corner. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Vitinha opts for safety. Hernandez. Vitinha. Now it's Lewandowski. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Vinicius Junior. Alexander-Arnold kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Alexander-Arnold. And he won. And the shot! And yes, it's there! Two up and threatening to pull clear.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
And now he has two. So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them. Pretty robust defending.
¿Qué?
Foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And he has taken a dim view of this, a second yellow, and that means
Expulsado.
red.
¿Qué?
Players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent.
Oh, shooting chance! Yes! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Ay, espérate, chicos. Ya estoy. Seguimos. Ecuador, estadio de Ecuador. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. Sí. Voy a jugar. Déjame hacer un cambio. Voy a empezar con este. Voy a quedar con la mina. No. Todavía no he terminado.
Well, little question that this is the box office game at this level today. Thank you for joining us. You've made a very good choice. There's so much resting on the game. It should be a cracker. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game. It looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Barcelona cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. He's cut it out. So what can they make of this? And it's Messi. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Robert Lewandowski. He's just about the perfect all-round striker. Not least because he can finish equally well with both feet, Peter. It's not all about his finishing, though. He's always on the shoulder, looking for that ball in behind, and that prevents the opposition defence from getting too high or, indeed, getting too comfortable.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Oh, well played, well played. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hernandez. Oh, what a climb!
Me pregunta por qué
Out by the
siempre.
most elastic of saves.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Alexander-Arnold calmly anticipates. Pass is just off target. Lewandowski. Barcelona are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Hernandez. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Donnarumma deals with it effortlessly. Pedri.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He has found the way through.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly. And Vinicius Junior!
Oh damn.
It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Barcelona really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
Caicedo is there and he can pick it up. Ribery. Hernandez. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of
¿Qué?
mild frustration.
Era eso.
That has been cut short. Hernandez. Ribery. Now it's Neymar. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Mbappe! Oh, he's been caught napping. Interesting ball. Yamal. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
McAllister. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Ribery is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Ribery. It's a pretty loose pass. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here.
Barcelona clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Vinicius Junior. And he was alert to it. Yamal. It's Ribery. Now it's Ribery. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Oh, what a mistake! The ball has bounced loose now. And here's Messi! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Lewandowski. Caicedo makes the interception. And he's intervened well there. Vinicius Junior. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Raya can claim that. Lewandowski.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Pedri does really well to win the ball there. Mbappe chasing after it. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Gets his pass away. Fiddles it through. Ah, that's a fine interception. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Ah, quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Now it's Lewandowski. Over to the other side. And the break is on. Referee's given a throw. Ribery. Looking for options for movement. And there's green grass ahead of him. Alexander-Arnold. Vitinha. Ecuador have reclaimed it. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Challenge just a bit on the firm
Oh,
side.
damn.
He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Messi! Brilliant save from Donnarumma! And we have our very first corner. And a few accusing looks coming his way. And now they can spring out of defence. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
No, that's been intercepted. Mbappe!
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That's a shade optimistic. Now it's Pedri. Costa Curta. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's fabulous. He's had a hit! It's a goal! Finally, the deadlock is broken!
Es increíble
There was this
cómo
feeling that
cómo
the game
pierden
was
partido.
petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed. Great chance! It's in! Level again! And they are in no mood to give up the fight.
Yeah, and you really have to give credit to the way these players have handled themselves. Can they get another? Probably. I really shouldn't be tempting fate, but I'm backing them.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get...
Vitinha! Loose ball now, and there's a check. Oh, what has happened here? Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Hernandez looking to hit the byline here. Vitinha. Yamal. He's found a way through. And that is that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints.
Ooh.
Well, games at this level don't come too much bigger than this one. 90 minutes to decide whether they can take the big step up. The manager has challenged his players to deliver a statement, a warning shot to prospective opponents for next season. This is it. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Barcelona cannot consider the option of defeat. It's not a question of want, but must. And they're back on the ball again.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, played right into his path. Taken back almost at once. Oh, he's got... Tries a shot!
¿Qué?
Oh, so close to
Ay,
what would have
Dios
been a
mío.
memorable goal.
Lamine Yamal can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Well, there's the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Could try cutting inside here. Ansu Fati delivers. And he's taking... Oh, that's ambitious. A real chance and a real let-off.
Barcelona were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Out of play for a throw. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. He is through here. Shot a goal! Goal! Barcelona! Is this the moment? The moment he made it happen. The moment they made it happen. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
Barcelona penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
How important will this turn out to be? This is going to give them a lot more options now.
First quarter of an hour gone. And Dijk gets across to intercept that. Fires from distance.
Yes.
It's a pretty loose pass. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Ansu Fati. Modric. Oh, easy pickings there.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
That's good running with the ball. Bellingham. And that's another good win of the ball. Brilliantly cut out. Adams. He's gone forward. Now that's well seen too. That has not gone well. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And the finish! He scores! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
And that is... Mbappe! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Out for a throw. And it's Modric. Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Diogo Costa sends that a long way. Bellingham. Oh, that's well spotted. Pirlo. That looks a cracking ball. Hernandez kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He has found the way through. Ansu Fati! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Pirlo is there to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. He's in plenty of space here. Tries to get it clear. Couldn't squeeze it through. Vitinha. Now it's Vinicius Junior. That's a nicely measured pass.
Such good technique.
He's got away. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, I think he's quickly realised how stupid he was for doing that.
He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Spectacular save! Oh, he's had a shot! Big moment! Massive goal! How very smart. He just got it right.
Goodness.
Well, to his credit, he managed to ghost into space to finish things off, but the failure to spot it was ghastly defence.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
And the first 45 minutes are up. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix in what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2 on the score at the break, and every indication that both parties are capable of adding more. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on them, just enjoy it.
Llevarse a casa los balones que vayan a parar a la grada. Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 10, el dorsal 11, el dorsal 19. Serán
Here's the start of the
sustituidos
second
por
half.
el dorsal 18.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Always onto this. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Danger averted for now. Van Bouten clears. Mbappe, and he's lost his great hit. It's in. A
Impossible.
two-goal
señores.
lead, and they're firmly in control. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
He's through here, and he cuts out the supply.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
In with a header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Up he goes! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Now Yamal! And it's there! And the lead is extended still further. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
You know, what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a
And now he has 2.
espectadores.
So now the difference is 3.
And things are much healthier.
He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Y otro lado pongo a Messi. Cambio de parte. Luego a Vitinha. Cambio por Fermin. Me cuesta juntarme. Que se gocen, que se gocen. Qué tanta disparate que está poniendo ese tipo.
Barcelona can do it here. 90 minutes away from reaching their target. It is the sort of opportunity they would certainly have settled for if offered it on day one. That was then, this is the here and now. Can they meet their ambitions, their aspirations? And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. We have already started here. Barcelona cannot consider the option of defeat. It's not a question of want, but must. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oyarzabal shapes to shoot! And that is
Ala
doing
Madrid
no harm at all.
17.
Lovely control. He made it stick with an excellent touch.
Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller minute Neymar. He really he does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
He's found the way through. Ferran Torres! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
That pass has been well intercepted. And it's Messi. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. It's Gabriel Jesus! Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, I think he's quickly realised how stupid he was for doing that. Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Great chance here from Messi! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Fermin. Ferran Torres. It's a sweet ball, that. It's a mighty effort! And it's a goal! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Gabriel Jesus demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Se va a realizar un cambio.
Barcelona already making their first change. Not what was planned, I don't think. So, a breakthrough already. He's got away. Alexander-Arnold looking to get on the end of this. Great defending, strong and determined. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Valverde. Valverde! And that wasn't far away.
Oh, how close was that to going in? It only required the smallest of tweaks.
Quality ball. It's just beyond his reach. Ferran Torres. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Messi. Front-footed pressing going on here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Shaw. Neymar looking to run onto it. He has found the way through. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. He's had a hit!
No
He
voy a
is
ganar
desperate to get on the score sheet.
fácil.
Not this time.
Se va por
Barcelona
la jugada.
really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
Shaw. Jimenez. Now White. And Alexander-Arnold. Barcelona can, of course, make a change whenever they choose. And he's managed to get free. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
So what can they conjure from this one?
Well, it looks very much like he's taken this on. From this distance, it's pretty inviting.
¿Qué?
And that is quite wonderful! About as smooth as it gets!
Esa era una broma,
Two
chicos.
up and threatening to pull clear! A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Shaw. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, I think a warning's about right. Just a slight rush of blood. Nothing too intentional.
They get a throw in. Pedri. Oh no, this does not look good. There's the shot! He's got away with one there.
Certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Brilliant save from
¿Cuándo fue que
Tolova.
aprendió a tirar tiro libre?
Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. He rises! Barcelona are looking to go forward now. And it's Messi. Neymar. Hernandez deals with that comfortably. Vitinha.
¿Qué?
Neymar. Vitinha.
Se agregarán 3 minutos
White
al tiempo
tries to clear.
reglamentario.
Caicedo. And that's gone loose.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
The fullback is in acres of space here. Oh, that is a late call, but it's the right one.
Well, obviously some sections of the crowd would disagree, but that was the right decision, albeit a late one.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing.
Isso é
That is
incrível.
going to be the final action of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Señoras y señores, deseémosle todos un feliz aniversario de casado a un miembro de nuestro club de fans. Cambio.
So off we go once more.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
No, he's not getting past him there. Out of play for a throw. Caicedo. Vinicius Junior. White. Alexander-Arnold. Now White. Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus was alert to the possibilities, but in the end he's had a shot! Yes! And the lead is 3! It is surely done!
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Mbappe, great hit! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's being shifted off it. No outsmarting him this time.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
La cantidad de espectadores de
Ferran
este partido
Torres.
fue de 29.950.
So we've reached the hour mark. Great ball if he can get there. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And that's really well manoeuvred. Ferran Torres. Yamal chasing after it. And that's another good win of the ball. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. He's had it taken off him. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
You know, it was
He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Donnarumma, in the context of the game, he must save it. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
It's become a case of men against boys. Valverde. Gabriel Jesus. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Valverde proves too strong. Neymar delivering the goods as expected.
Well, not only can a player of such high caliber show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
And the shot! And yes, it's there! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
I know.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Chicos,